Hey all, my name is Paul Borosky and I am the owner of Finance Homework Help as well as Quality Business Plan, and I am going to show y'all how to use our capital budgeting template that will allow finance students but also business owners to calculate the net present value, internal rate of return, and the payback period for specific cash flows. And if y'all if y'all want to purchase this template, here is the link for it. And so what I'm going to do, well, what this template does is that it's a capital budgeting calculator, and it will allow you to, right here in the blue, to put in the cash flows for the different periods or the different years. Also, it'll allow you to put in the discount rate or your cost of capital for your company, and also your reinvestment rate. And once you do that information, it'll calculate your net present value, your internal rate of return, your modified internal rate of return, profitability index, payback, and also discounted payback. And so what I've done is I've come up with a little example to show you all how to use this. And for this example, I'm pretending that I'm working with a client here. So our firm expects a new product to generate $150,000 in sales for the first year, and an additional $10,000 for the next 4 years. So what I'll do here is I'll go to year one and I'll put $150,000 for my sales, and then for the next 4 years I'm going to add $10,000 to it. So I'll go to 160,000, 170,000, 180,000, and then 190,000. All right, so now we have our cash flows down. And so the next thing it tells us is that our cost of capital is 10%, so we'll go up here, type in 10%. And our reinvest rate is 11%, so put 11% right there. And the initial investment is $500,000. So I'll go up to where it says initial investment, and I'll put a negative 500,000, because for anytime you have your investment is always going to be a negative number. And so what this is going to do is it's going to calculate the NPV, IRR, MIRR, profitability index, and the payback. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. So for this information here, this tells us that the net present value is $137,000, and then the internal rate of return is 19.8%. The modified internal rate of return is 11.96%. The profitability index is 1.27. And then the payback and the discounted payback, it's not going to give us any answers here. We've got one more step in order to get the payback and the discounted payback. And it's to answer these two questions right here. And so the first question is, which year did the payback turn positive? So we're going to go to this payback right here. We're going to scroll down and we're going to see that this is negative, negative, negative. Here's where it turns positive right here. So if we go over, we're going to see that it's year 4. So we'll type in year 4 right here. Once we do that, then the payback period is calculated for 3.11 years, and we do the same game for the discounted payback period. Which year did the discounted payback period turn positive? So we'll go over here. And again, we'll scroll down under the discounted payback period, and we see that it's right here is where it turns positive. And so we'll go over, and again, it's year 4, so we'll type in year 4. And so this will give us our discounted payback period for 3.84. So hopefully this was helpful. Understanding how to use this template. This is great for finance students as well as for business owners seeking to determine whether a product or a new venture is going to be profitable or not. And if y'all want to go ahead and purchase this template, just follow this link here. If y'all need some business plans written, give me a call here. And if y'all need some finance tutoring, again, give me a shout here as well. And hopefully this was helpful. Thanks a lot.